I think I've got what it takes to be a world champion. I never thought I'm going to be a boxer. Everybody always told me, if you're not born a puncher, you'll never be a puncher. Well, I think that's a load of rubbish, to be fair. At the moment, I just want to see how far I can go in bare knuckle. Like I say, my first step was to get a title around my waist. I've got that. I want to be a world champion.
Nasty.
I started off in my dad's bedroom. My dad had a punch bag. My dad was really into his training fitness. He was a doorman at the time. So yeah, he sort of did it for me to look after myself more than anything. And so from age of 5 really I started fighting. From then it must have saw something in me a lot different to just a kid punching a bag. It took me to a boxing gym from age of 8, and then from there my career just went from there really. I never looked in the mirror and thought, right, I'm going to be a boxer now. From age of 5 to 8 I was at a gym in York, learned how to fight quite quick. Ended up going to St Paul's ABC in Hull, and after a year or so training there, that's when I started fighting. From the moment of I started fighting, boxing got took quite serious from there in my house, because my dad was my coach as well, so I had my own personal trainer living underneath my own roof. It was never really a thing what I've pushed for. I come from a fighting family. Like I say, my dad was a fighter. My uncle actually fought bare knuckle. I think one of his fights, I can remember telling me he fought in city centre down an alleyway for about 15 quid back in the day, bare knuckle. I've watched it a lot on YouTube and stuff like that. I've always been really interested in it. And then I was given an opportunity by a good friend of mine, Michael Mason, who's sadly not with us no more. And I got to fight on a show against who's now bare knuckle world champion. I was bare knuckle world champion, and from there that was it. I've decided after that I was hooked, to be fair. VKB, right, I'll just go from when I first saw it. I saw it on YouTube and it was 2 men going toe to toe in a square of A-bales, either in rounds or I'm usually 1 10-minute round and it's like a last man standing. Unfortunately I missed that. Yeah, I went straight on to fighting in a ring. It's Queensberry rules as such, but instead of a 10 count it's a 20 count, just to give the fighter more of a chance to fight on. And I think if you've been dropped or whatever, you've got 20 seconds to have a good think if you want to carry on as well. Yeah, like I say, that's about it really. The hands are all wrapped the same way, usually by the same person, so there's no like cheating or whatever or anything. Like a lot of people think that the hands get wrapped and they get, I don't know, wrapped in certain ways or stuff put behind the wraps. It's not, it's all done by one person and that person signs it. It's 3 to 5 rounds. I fought 3 rounds. A title fight is usually 5 2-minute rounds. It's very rare that you see them go the full length, because half the time either it gets stopped by a doctor or they get knocked out. The best ones are the ones that go the full whack, and yeah, that's VKB.
His opponent, ladies and gents, for the UBKB Challenge belt. They're fighting 5 2-minute rounds. Please raise the roof for Luke Atkin!
Probably one of the best feelings in the world to me, because I had a lot of pressure going into that fight. I've been out for, I don't know, 18 months prior to that due to injuries, trying to get my fights, tore my bicep. Then just before that I got into a bit of an altercation and got stabbed. Just nicely come out of hospital. I got the call to take the fight. It was a bit of a risk to take, but I took it. I was fighting a kid, Andy Roberts. He'd won 2 on bounds, very good kid, very good boxing background. So yeah, there was a lot of pressure on me. And there was a lot of people to come and watch me. A lot of people were saying I was going to get knocked out in the first couple of rounds. So yeah, I broke my knuckle on my right hand the week before the fight. So yeah, just to get through that fight, even if win, lose or draw, I would have been really happy anyway. I think at the end of the fight I started banging on my chest like an idiot, celebrating. I would have done that if I'd have lost and just got through it. It was a lot of pressure on me. So to get the win and win like I did, it was the best feeling in the world to me. At 18 years old, I ended up in prison. Just after I got locked up, I was meant to sign professional for a very good gym, St Paul's ABC. I was and still are producing some of the best kids in the country. They've produced Luke Campbell, gold medalist, Tommy Coyle, just to name a few. So yeah, 18 years old, I was due to turn professional and I messed that up really by getting involved in the wrong crowd. Yeah, I ended up in prison and it knackered my chances to be a professional. But you live and learn and you get on with things. I say it as, in a certain sense, like, obviously I never got to turn professional from there. That dream went out the window when I went to prison. From a positive point of view, I'd say that going to prison has probably helped me in a certain sense that when I was younger and when I was fighting, I had the skill, I had the speed, but I had no power. I could hit lads that I was fighting with every punch going and it wouldn't even faze them really. It was all about points. So with, like I say, 2.5 years in prison, so all you do in there is lift weights. So when I got out, I've got a bit of power in my punches now, so yeah, that's probably the best I can take from it. My next fight is March 10th in Manchester, Bowlers Exhibition Centre. I fought there last time for my title. Good show, really good show. Big massive crowd, great ring entrance, great atmosphere. I think a lot of people think bare knuckle boxing attracts that same crowd, like, I don't know, gangsters, underworld, whatever. It's far from that now. It's a really good night, there's no trouble, everybody loves it after it. The people that have never been want to go again. I'm selling a lot more tickets to people that I've never even met or never thought I'd sell to, but they're coming and they're always coming back as well. So, like I say, it's a really good night. It's not one to miss really. I'm fighting a kid called Jack Fay. He's a very good kid, to be fair. National finalist. Puncher, good with his body shots, tough kid. It's going to be a good fight, to be fair. I always have trust in my manager Sean and Amanda Smith. They always get me the best fights, and if it wasn't a good kid I probably wouldn't want the fight because I can't get motivated for, I don't know, handpicked opponents, what certain fighters have and stuff like that. For me, the better the fighter, the better I train, the harder I train, the better I perform. So yeah, he's a good kid. I'm not trying to butter him up or trying to sell a fight here. He's a good kid, it's going to be a good fight. I'm going in thinking the fight's going to go the full 5 rounds. I'm training like it's like for a world title, and I'll never train any different. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a war, definitely. I don't have any sponsors as such. I've got a good friend of mine, Dylan, who owns a local bar, because he always makes sure that I look on point, not scruffy. He looks after me in that sense. I've got my mate Stephen Melton, who owns this gym, TSM Gym. He gives me the run of the gym, which I'm happy with. I've got my own keys. Because I know I train at stupid times sometimes with work and other commitments. So if it weren't for Steve, I probably wouldn't be fighting, because most gyms have got open and closed hours, what I sometimes can't get to. So now he's giving me a run at the gym, yeah, he's kept me fighting really, because I'd struggle with my training if it weren't for Melton. So I appreciate him looking after me with that. Definitely retired, I think, and in one piece it'd be nice. Probably coaching, helping some young prospect fulfil their dream of being a, I don't know, bare knuckle glove, whatever. I'm really into my coaching at the moment. It's something that I'm quite passionate about, and I will be carrying on with that once I've retired from fighting myself. So yeah, retired, coaching, and hopefully retired a world champion. I was good enough to do it. I won't be talking like this. Oh, what the f am I on about? What am I? Right. Right. One more time. Right. I want to see how far I can go from fastest growing combat sport, innit?